Okay, hello. So, this is a private read. Oh, it's a public read. Okay. It's going to be a public read on Cassie Compton. Apparently, we have been requested to do a public read, train read, to try and maybe pinpoint where Cassie could be. So, if you're not familiar with the train reads, we separate the cards into 12 piles after picking a card that was going to represent Cassie. We then separate the cards into 12 piles. We find the pile that her card is in, and that is going to signify what train car she is in, okay? And what that car means. So I'm going to ask, if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe. Please hit the notification bell so you're made aware when I do go live and when I do updated reads. And please hit that like button because it really helps me out. Also, I've extended the launch on the hoodies, the zip-up hoodies, and the pullover hoodies. They are staying at the same price for another week. So if you want one, there will be a link in the description below. Just click on that link and it will bring you to my store at Bonfire where you can check them out. And they're really nice. They are very nice and they're very warm and they are made of very good material. Very soft and very warm. Okay, so if you want to check that out, please check that out. Also, please share this out to your social media. Maybe some social media sites that are covering the Cassie Compton case, because any information out there is good information, right? To keep her name in people's ears and to keep, you know, her case alive. Okay, so we're going to ask for one card to pop out. That card is going to represent Cassie in the train read. Ask my ancestors, my guardian angels, my spirit guides to please work with Cassie Compton. Her spirit, there it is. Oh, we got two, we only need one. Ask you to work with Cassie Compton and her spirit guides and her protectors to please help us figure out where she is. That one? No. We only need one because that card is going to signify Cassie. Okay? So Cassie, if you could please give us one card that is going to represent you. Maybe help us find where you are, an area. Okay, this is the one that flipped over. And there's only, whoops, the card's the wrong way. And there's only one. Okay, so the card that is going to represent Cassie is the 7-star sisters. Okay, so the 7-card sisters, what this card represents also is tapestry of life and expression. Okay, so you guys know my memory. So I'm going to write this down. The 7-star sisters is Cassie. Because you know I forget. I forget very easy. Okay, so what we are going to do is we will put the card back in the deck. Okay, you guys can see I don't know where it is. And we are going to give the deck another shuffle. Give it a good shuffle here. And then we will start laying out the cards in the 12 different piles so we can figure out which car Cassie is in, okay? That is going to help us and direct us as to what happened, possibly where she can be. Okay, so then when we do find her pile, which she is in, we take her card. I'll just do it this way. Say there's 4, there could be 5. Okay, there could be up to 5. So say this is her card, okay? All these cards would count. Those would be just bonus cards. This is her card in the middle. We take the card on each side of her. Those are the major cards that we look at, okay? And then these are just bonuses to give us a little bit more information. Okay, so I just want to let you guys know how it works. And we are going to get this going. Oops. And I believe that Cassie was from Stuttgart, Arkansas, where she went missing from. And it's been a while. I don't have any of the information in front of me, you guys. I know I did do a previous video on her, so I will go back to the description in there and maybe look up and see if there's anything new since I've done that reading that has come to light, some information, and I will put that in the description. Okay, so again, we're going to separate these into 12 piles to find her card. Once I am done the read and the read is uploaded, you guys, then I go to the maps, okay? And I try and find where I'm drawn to on the maps and see if there's an area that's been described. Okay, so all the cards are out. So now we are going to start checking through the piles, and I am looking for the 7-star sisters. And that is what represents Cassie. So we'll start with the first pile. Nope. Nope. There it is. She's in this pile, okay? So since her card is at the end, we take this card and we bring it forward. So we have her in the middle, okay? So we will keep her pile out. These cards do not matter. She was in the 4th pile. Okay, so like I said, because she was at the end, okay, like this when the cards come out, you always take this card and you put it there so you have her in the middle, okay, and these are bonuses, okay. So she was in the 4th car. So she's in the sleeper car, okay. Now what the sleeper car talks about is kept out of sight, drugged, and bedridden. Now, if I remember correctly, her mother was bedridden. So that's just a validation that this is what has come out, and it's validating that this is regarding Cassie, okay? Because it just matches up with her mother being bedridden, okay? Now, the extra information that we also get from that is that she has been kept out of sight and that she was drugged, okay? So now here comes the part where I look into the cards and see what they tell me. We've got star bathing, okay? Star bathing talks about a light body, a crystal grid, transmission and activation. This is Cassie, the 7-star sisters. I've told you what that is. Talks about the tapestry of life and expressions. And we got the hieroglyph, okay? Longing for home, homesick for the and for the stars, okay? Okay. So with the star bathing, talks about the body being light, talks about a crystal grid, it talks about transmission and activation. Okay, I'm almost seeing... I believe, okay, I believe the spot where she is, what this is showing me here, here too. It's almost like the edges of something where something comes in. And I'm seeing trees along the edge, but they kind of like hang over. And I believe this is water. So I believe that she was weighted down in water. I believe that she had risen to the surface. You know how, I mean, this is pretty morbid, but I gotta tell you guys what I'm getting. I'm feeling like she was weighted down, thrown in the water, weighted down, and there's like trees kind of hang over this water area. It's a pretty big area. I feel like it's secluded. But it can also be seen from somewhere. It can be seen, the area can be seen, but where she is hidden. Hidden. And it's like almost like trees hang over. You know how you got water? Like you got a body of water and trees all like... I feel like this area is open. And I feel like there's an area like almost like that comes like this. So like that comes like this. And it's secluded kind of, but you can see it if you're looking from like the... Like there's a big road and it's almost like dirt roads here. And it's kind of open. It's open over here. It's open. It's open over here. And there's water. And I'm getting several bodies of water. And I'm getting it's like trees that are in like almost like an L shape around it. And then all this is open. And I feel the trees kind of hang over the water. And there's like parts of the water that go in. But there's trees over top. And I feel like she was weighted down, thrown in there and weighted down. I feel like she came to the surface, but she is now sunk again. That's what I'm feeling. I see this hanging over, but I see openness over here. And it's the same as here. It's like it's kind of covered. It's like an inlet. Not an inlet, but, you know, like the water's not in a complete circle. It's like the water will go and then it, like a particle come in and then go back out. And she's... I feel like she's in there and the trees hang over it. Like I see the trees in full bloom. Like the leaves are all out. And it's kind of... It's kind of like hanging over the water, and it's not high off the water, these trees that are hanging, these branches. So it's almost like, it's kind of like the water goes in and comes back out. You know what I mean? So it's like an in-cove, sort of like, but it's not big. And the trees, I feel like the trees surround this little part where it comes in and then goes back out, like where the water... And I feel like she's in there. And then over here, it's all open. It's open. It's open. I feel it's almost like... Let's see here. Yeah, see? She was in water. You see how her dress is coming up? It's because she's going down in the water. But I feel she came back up, but then she sunk again. Some of her clothes may be off of her. We've got trust the timing. I'm getting almost like her body's moved a bit. As it's come up, it's moved a bit from where it was initially put in the water and weighted down. When she came back up to the surface, I find she came back up, but she moved a bit and then went back down again. And it talks about timing. See, I see her floating back up. She's definitely in water. And the place that I'm seeing, like I said, I will go to the maps after I'm done this and I'm uploading it. As that's happening, I got to do my description and everything else that I got to do with this because it is a public read. Once that's done, I'm going to go to the maps. Yeah, she was weighted down. There's something about the number 7. So this could be the number on one of the roads, but I'm getting the number 7. She wants to be found. She wants to be brought back home. But she's also concerned about home. She's playing in the stars. She says, I'm playing in the stars. So I don't know if that's just something quirky she had said at one time or something. Her friends would maybe know that. She wants to go play with the stars. She says she's playing with the stars. But she wants to be found. She desperately wants to be found. And I feel like they may find some of her clothing in that area because I feel like some of her clothes have come off. There's clothes of hers that has come off, I can tell you that. But I see her in this area. The area that she's in is, I'm almost like seeing like the outskirts of a town, like a farming community type thing. Because this water that I'm seeing, it's almost like it's different. Like you can't, like she wouldn't float from this water into this one. It's almost like it's man-made. It's something like that. And it's got trees around this way, but this is all open. And I'm seeing, you know when they grow corn? And then they come with the combine and it makes those, what do they call those circles almost. I'm seeing like that. I'm seeing like the combine, it's got like 6 or 7 different of them things, those fork things that come out. And they make ruts in the fields. I see that. And I see it over here. So that's why I'm getting, it's like a farming area. But there's different water there, different bodies, and there's trees, and these trees hang over the water, and where she is, it's like, it's not like a perfect circle or a perfect square for this water. It's like it comes in kind of like this, and it's not like a big lake or the ocean or something. It's smaller than that. And there's different, I'm trying to explain what I'm seeing. And there's like a road, a main road, and there's like, I would almost call it like maybe the farmer's access to get to his fields, like roads like that, because I'm seeing like they're not paved. He could hide there. somebody, it's a male that did this, because she's saying he hid in the bush there where he put her. So there's got to be somewhere where he could drive and kind of like be hidden out of sight, hide the vehicle. And he weighted her down. 7, could be 7 days. She came back to the surface, but then she has sunk again. But I see her moving a bit from where she was initially placed. This way. She's come this way. She floated a bit this way. And I see some of her clothes have come off her. When in this... Oh, it's nasty. She keeps saying they're lying. They're lying. So there's more than one person involved. They're lying. She's also saying that he has gone back to check to see if she can be seen. If she's... to make sure she's still covered up. He goes back and checks. Yeah, and there's something about 7. Could be, it's just like my number 3 in my Ancestor deck. It could be 7 days, 7 weeks, 7 months. It could be 7 p.m. It could be 7 a.m. 7 years. I'm seeing 7. It's like flashing. 7. I'm seeing in the bottom there's a rock. When they find her, she's going to be on the floor of this water, like on the bottom, and there's going to be a big rock that she's up against. Like she's there. There's a big rock underwater. She's there. And it's kind of like a jagged edge. That's what I was looking for, a jagged edge to this water, with trees that hang right over like some of the water. So you can't, like, if you get down there and are walking along the edge, you could see underneath there and see that there's water under there. It's like a jagged edge. And these trees are covering it. And that's where she is. And there's something big there that she's now up against. But I think they may find some of her clothing. Or maybe he has found that clothing and taken it. But because she says he keeps going and checking. People are watching it. That's what she's saying. People are watching. So I think there's more than even him that know where she was disposed of. Where her remains are. Because I'm seeing that he was checking on it and that they're checking. So there's more than one that knows about this. There's this guy and somebody else. Now she's up against a rock. One, two, three. I'm seeing like 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe there are four sections of water. Almost. And it's almost like there's a bigger section and then there's some smaller sections. I'm seeing 4. Could be 3, but I'm seeing 4. And I find, yeah, she's sunk again. She's at the bottom and she's going to be found up against these. I think she's like jimmied in there. Like her body's there, that she's not gonna come back to the surface again. And I'm saying that some of her clothes are off of her. I don't know if that happened before she was put in the water or after, but I see the bottom part of her clothes are off her. I don't see any shoes or anything on her. So that may have been taken off of her prior to, or it could have happened over time with her being in the water, coming up and then sinking back down in the movement of the water. That could have released that stuff from her body as her body started decomposing, like stuff coming off. Or it could have been something else that was done before she was put in the water. But I feel that you would see, I was seeing an article of clothing, but I don't know if this guy that she's speaking of or the other people that know, maybe that's why they keep going and checking. Maybe they did find something of hers there that had surfaced and they took it. But it's something worth looking for, because she keeps saying they keep going back and checking. They. At first it was he, and then it was they. So I'm assuming he's told somebody else over time. So there's more than just him that know about this. And she keeps saying they're lying, and I keep seeing 7. They're lying, they're lying, they're lying. So I don't know who she's referring to here. I know there's a lot of theories out there. I don't know who she's referring to. It's not coming that it's who put her there. He's lying. But I'm getting him and then they keep going and checking that area where she was put. So that's my read. What I'm going to do now is I am going to start uploading this, get my, description and everything done and my thumbnail. Once that is done, I'm going to go to the maps. I have to find, again, the address where she was last seen, because that's where I start and I kind of follow. Like her spirit almost guides me from where she was last seen. Okay, so that is a bonus, especially in stuff like this, when you're going to the maps, to know where they were last seen, because intuitively and with spirit, they help guide you to areas. And then I'm going to look when I'm guided to an area. Hopefully I am. I can't promise that. Sometimes spirit doesn't want to be found, but I see she wants to be found. She's missing home. So if spirit guides me, I'm going to pay attention to what I'm seeing, pay attention to where spirit stops, and look in the area to see what I have seen come through in the cards, and see if there's an area there. And if there is, I will post that in my community section, because I can't add it to the video afterwards. So that would be posted in the community section. And I will post a picture of the area I believe this is, if I'm brought to it. Like, I mean, I can't force spirit, so I can't promise anything, but that is included with the read, that I do go to maps and see if especially if I have an address of where she was last, or the person I'm reading, where they were last seen before they went missing. I follow spirit. Spirit guides me from there. Okay, so again, that is my read. Please hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and please give this video a like if you've liked what you've seen. As I said, if I do get any areas that I am drawn to, and an area that I see that I've been seeing in this, I will post that in the comments, community section as a post. Okay, because I can't add it to the video after. Okay, so check out the description below. Also, if you want to grab one of my zip-up hoodies, there's also shirts, short and long sleeve. There's sweatshirts, mugs, masks. There's a bunch of stuff there. So go and check that out. I'll put that in the link down below also. Okay, so that is my read. You guys, please stay safe and please take care of yourselves. Until the next time, bye-bye for now.